Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Tackles. Check.
6-6, bullet high.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All day, every day, any day.
Operating from the gun, Ackerman finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Bravo.
To throw on second down, Ackerman. Pass incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
Box drop.
54 is Mike. 54.
On 3rd down, Ackerman. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Set, ready, 30 base.
54. You remember me?
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, get it.
It's Mixon on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Kruger, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up. To the 40.
To Joe Mixon. A gain of 18 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
Ready?
Mike's 49. I'm not ready. Let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. It's a foot race. The 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. D.D. Westbrook. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ackerman got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Looking to throw. Ackerman. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Get it.
Now a handoff looking right. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
Hey, Echo. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Ackerman. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Ackerman. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Looking to throw. Ackerman. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
56. Mike's 56.
Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Ackerman gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll only get this to the 14. Short of the first down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Kruger nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found match.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on.
Go.
Check 9, check 9.
Speed grip.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath, because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Back to throw. Kruger. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
To number 13. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Matchbox lights.
Now Joe Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run with Mixon. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. On first down, Kruger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Gators.
Record.
Protein spell. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Throwing again. Kruger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on first down, Ackerman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Ackerman. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard. And it's 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's it. Big hit.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Come on, set.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. Let's go, D. Slam, slam, slam.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Off the play fake. Ackerman. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
70.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun to give to Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Exit.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Pick me up. Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
56. Mike's 56.
From the gun, Ackerman. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Check 3, check 3.
Leo.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Mixon on first down. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
22 jet bomber. Ready.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
General West. Five.
On 1st and 10, Kruger. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Mixon, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
15 line. Smooth.
49 the mic, Mark 49. Too low.
Look, squeeze.
Operating from the gun, Kruger. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the screen.
2nd and 2. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set up. 10 logo.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Bring it. Bring it.
Get it.
On 1st down, Kruger. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Let's go, baby.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Set. 30 base.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They're not ready for this, man.
Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Kruger, and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
To throw again. Kruger. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Kruger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check three, check three. Safe, safe, safe.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
On 4th down, Kruger escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Check.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
2nd and 4. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Kruger. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. From the gun, Kruger. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. A try here for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. No chance. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Ackerman complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We go. 90 Wolf.
See me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Now a handoff looking right. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set.
Mike 56. Here we go.
Shoot.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
X3. 2-3. Top.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Watch the screen. Pass.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory.